Antiques Roadshow guest left stunned as royal dollhouse dinner plates fetch astonishing valuation. The guest, still visibly overwhelmed by Fergus Gambon's staggering £7,000, £10,000 valuation, clutched the edge of the table for support as the audience erupted in murmurs of astonishment. "I just can't believe it," she repeated, shaking her head in disbelief. "All these years they were just sitting in a drawer at home. My mother adored them, but she never imagined they'd be worth anything like this." Gambon, clearly relishing the moment, leaned in with a conspiratorial grin. "You see, the magic of these pieces isn't just in their craftsmanship, though that alone is extraordinary, but in their history. These plates aren't just replicas, they're a tangible connection to one of the most famous dollhouses in the world. A royal legacy in miniature, Queen Mary's dollhouse, completed in 1924, is no ordinary plaything. Commissioned as a gift for Queen Mary, consort of King George V, it was designed by the eminent architect Sir Edwin Lutyens and stands as a masterpiece of miniature art. The dollhouse, now displayed at Windsor Castle, is a meticulously crafted scale model of an aristocratic Edwardian home, complete with functioning lights, running water, and even a library filled with handwritten books by literary giants like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Thomas Hardy. "What many people don't realize," Gambon explained, "is that every single item inside that dollhouse was made to the highest possible standard. The finest artists, silversmiths, and porcelain manufacturers of the day contributed pieces. Minton's Ullett, who made your plates, were among the most prestigious ceramics firms in Britain. To have a set from that era, matching the Queen's own, is exceptionally rare." The guest nodded slowly, her fingers tracing the delicate gold cipher of Queen Mary on one of the plates. "Mum always said they were special, but I never thought." Her voice trailed off as she absorbed the magnitude of what she held. The rarity of miniature masterpieces. Gambon carefully lifted one of the sauce tureens, its lid no larger than a thumbnail. "The skill required to produce something this small, yet this detailed, is mind-boggling," he said. "Porcelain shrinks when fired, so creating pieces at this scale without warping or losing definition was a tremendous challenge. And look at the gilding minus 22-karat gold, still pristine after all these years." He turned the terrain over, revealing the tiny maker's mark, "Made by Minton's lid." "Only a handful of these sets were ever produced," he continued. "They were likely made as display samples or perhaps as gifts for those closely involved with the dollhouse project. To find a near-complete service like this is almost unheard of." The guest's eyes widened. "Do you think there are more pieces out there somewhere?" Gambon shrugged. "It's possible. If your mother bought these at Hampton Court, others may have been sold or given away over the years. But given how few were made, any surviving pieces would be highly sought after by collectors." A valuation that defied expectations. The revelation that a single tearing had sold for £1,200 at auction sent a fresh wave of shock through the crowd. "And that was just one piece," Gambon emphasized. "You have 18 plates, 3 tureens, a sauce boat, and multiple platters. In today's market, with the right buyer, this could easily reach 5 figures." The guest let out a breathless laugh. "What on earth am I supposed to do with them now? I can't just put them back in the drawer." Gambon chuckled. "Well, that's entirely up to you. If you'd like to keep them as a family heirloom, I'd recommend proper storage, acid-free tissue paper, a secure display case. But if you're considering selling, a specialist auction house like Sotheby's or Christie's would be very interested indeed." He paused, then added with a twinkle in his eye, "Of course, if you do decide to sell, you might want to treat yourself to a trip to Windsor Castle first. Go and see Queen Mary's dollhouse in person. Then you'll really understand just how special these plates are." A mother's delight from beyond. As the segment drew to a close, the guest wiped away a tear, laughing softly. "Mum would have been over the moon. She always had an eye for beautiful things, but she never expected this. I can just hear her now. I told you they were worth something." The audience applauded warmly as Gambon handed her his business card. "If you'd like any further advice, don't hesitate to get in touch, and do let us know what you decide. I have a feeling this isn't the last we'll hear of these plates." As she carefully packed the delicate pieces back into their protective wrapping, the guest shook her head one last time, grinning. Speechless, absolutely speechless.